The Adventures of Prickly Porky. Chapter 23. Buster Bear Gives It All Away. It was very clear that Old Man Coyote wasn't thinking about his stomach just then, but about his legs and how fast they could go. He had been halfway up the hill when he first saw the terrible creature, without head, tail, or legs, rolling down straight at him. He stopped only long enough for one good look, and then he started for the bottom of the hill as fast as he could make his legs go. Now, it is a very bad plan to run fast downhill. Yes, sir, it's a very bad plan. You see, once you are started, it's not the easiest thing in the world to stop. And then again, you're quite likely to stub your toes. This is what Old Man Coyote did. He stubbed his toes and turned a complete somersault. He looked so funny that the little scamps watching him had all they could do to keep from shouting right out. Old Granny Fox and Reddy Fox, looking on from a safe distance, did laugh. You know, they had not been friendly with Old Man Coyote since he came to live in the Green Meadows, and as they themselves had a terrible fright when they first saw the strange creature, they rejoiced in seeing him frightened. But Old Man Coyote didn't stop for a little thing like a tumble. Oh my, no. He just rolled over onto his feet and was off again, harder than before. Now there are very few people who can see behind them without turning their heads, as Peter Rabbit can, and Old Man Coyote is not one of them. Trying to watch behind him, he didn't see where he was going, and the first thing he knew, he ran into, guess who? Why, Buster Bear, to be sure. Where Buster Bear had come from, nobody knew. But there he was, as big as life. When Old Man Coyote ran into him, he growled deep, provoked growl, and whirled around with one big paw raised to cuff whoever had so nearly upset him. Old Man Coyote, more frightened than ever, yelped and ran harder than before. By this time Buster Bear saw who it was who had run into him. He was safely out of reach and still running. Then it was that Buster Bear first saw, rolling down the hill, the strange creature which had so frightened Old Man Coyote. Uncle Billy Possum, Jimmy Skunk, Sammy Jay, Peter Rabbit, and Mrs. Peter, watching from safe hiding places, wondered if Buster Bear would run too. If he did, it would almost be too good to be true. He first looked at the strange creature rolling down the hill, then at Old Man Coyote running as hard as he ever could, and his shrewd little eyes began to twinkle. Then he began to laugh. Ha ha ha, ho ho ho, ha ha ho. I see you're up to your old tricks, Prickly Porky, he shouted as a strange creature rolled past, almost over his toes, and brought up against a little tree at the foot of the hill. Old Man Coyote heard him and stopped short, and then turned to see what it meant. Very slowly, the strange creature unrolled and turned over. There was a head now, and a tail now, and four legs. It was none other than Prickly Porky himself. There was no doubt about it, though he still looked very strange, for he was covered with dead leaves which clung to the 1,000 spears hidden in his coat. Prickly Porky grinned. You shouldn't have given me away, Buster Bear, just because you've seen me roll down a hill before in the great woods where we both came from, said he. I think it was high time I did, replied Buster Bear, still chuckling. You might have scared someone to death down here where they don't know you. Then everybody came out of their hiding places, laughing and talking at once, as they told Buster Bear of the joke they had played on Old Man Coyote, and how it all grown out of the fright Peter Rabbit had received when he just happened along as Prickly Porky was rolling down the hill just for fun. As for Old Man Coyote, he sneaked away, grinding his teeth angrily. Like a great many other people, he couldn't take a joke on himself. So Prickly Porky made himself a home in the Green Forest, and took his place among the little people who lived there. In just the same way, Old Man Coyote came as a stranger to the Green Meadows, and established himself there. In the next book, you may read all about how he came to the Green Meadows and some of his adventures there and in the Green Forest. The end.